Good morning. Here I've just woken up and I'm just letting the light in. By the way, I wanted to try doing a voiceover video, even though I do not like the sound of my own voice. I mean, who does? But I just wanted to push myself and get over it, so here I am. I started by cutting up some apples and steaming them in a pan with some cinnamon and some honey. And then I added some oatmeal and ta-da, there are my oats. But of course, my breakfast wasn't complete without some coffee, so here I made some. And while I was having my breakfast, I got the amazing news that I had been accepted into art school to study photography. And of course, I was super happy, so me and my mom decided to take a little walk to enjoy the sun and also to celebrate. But it's not a celebration without cake, so of course I had to make a cake. So I started by making a sponge cake with some eggs, some sugar, some vanilla, and some flour. It's honestly the best recipe ever, so if you want the recipe, just let me know and I'll give it to you. So here I am just mixing everything, and then I poured it into the pans. And while the cakes were baking in the oven, I started on my fillings. The first filling I made was a raspberry jam, and while I let that cool down, I made a pistachio powder by accident. I didn't mean to blend it this fine, but it actually ended up tasting really good. So then I made some whipped cream and started assembling my cake. I had the vision that I wanted the cake to be kind of messy looking, so here I just started assembling everything, adding the jam and the whipped cream, then the pistachio powder, and then I added some strawberries to it. And from my point of view, it looked good. It was aligning with the aesthetic I had in mind, but then it kind of went wrong when I turned the cake around and I saw what it looked like. It just looked too messy, so I decided to clean it up a little by smoothing out the sides. So here I'm just doing that, and even though I didn't love the end result, I was happy with it. Then after dinner, we watched some TV and we had the cake for dessert, and it ended up being delicious. In the evening, I just studied some French on Duolingo, and then I watched a movie before going to sleep. The next day was honestly so unproductive. I spent the whole morning watching movies, and then in the afternoon, I went to go pick up a vintage package. And here's me with my packages, excited to open them up. So the first thing I got was just this kind of basic top I got for like only €2, so I was happy with it. And then I was so excited for these jeans, but they ended up being too small, so that's kind of sad. And I just hung out in my room for the rest of the day and went to bed early.